Uh, my name is Justin Thomas. I migrated to Canada not that long ago. Became a Canadian citizen this year, and I work with a local police force, and I serve the community. And I decided it's time for me to see things from a different angle and approach things from a different angle and solve things from a different angle. So here I am. I am running to be your mayor. Frustration. The frustration that every level of government is trying to take money out of taxpayers' pocket, and in return they get nothing. They get nothing. The problems, my platform is the problems I have seen in the community for many years, and these are the problems of the people. It's a real people's real problem. Bicycle lane is not a real person's real problem. Infrastructure is a real person's real problem. Homelessness is a real person's real problem. Poverty is a real person's real problem. Crime in the neighborhood is a real person's real problem. So we should do things, or we should address real people's real problem instead of wasting taxpayers' money on debates and spending on items that people do not want. That's why I'm here. My platform is basically people, infrastructure. That's it. That's all they need. People. That's what I stand for. My platform is here to address real people's real concern, and I believe my platform is addressing, because if you look into the issues I'm addressing, that's issues I've seen for the last 5 years out in the community that I serve. So here I am, addressing the problems that not many people want to talk about. First of all, the traffic. We know that Edmonton has two seasons, winter and construction season. That's a joke you hear all over. Traffic. When it comes to infrastructure, we do not have a time frame for anything. Even if it is sidewalk construction, major roadways, busy streets are shut down for construction. You don't know how or when they're going to open it. So that uncertainty, I want to change that. If I'm doing minor repairs on the street to make the flow of traffic easy, what I'm proposing is that the construction works, the minor work, should be done at night time, and also if we are giving out contracts to companies, there should be a time limit given to this company to finish in a timely manner. Whatever the construction is, there should be a realistic time frame given to these companies. And last day we identified that the city is wasting approximately $60 million from their budget when it comes to infrastructure, by not looking into, not studying every angle of a project before they give out the contract. So that's one thing. Traffic and infrastructure is the one thing I would like to look into initially. That's a priority. And second one is trying to put a cap on property tax, because it is not acceptable for the property tax to go up every year when an average individual's income has stagnated. That's something that I need to look into. What I think is that when you elect a politician who did not have a job per se, a real job. I came to Canada. I started my work with minimum wage, so I know how hard it was to meet both ends with the minimum wage. So imagine you're having a family, and you and your spouse working on minimum wage, and looking after your children, and trying to put a roof over the family. So it is very, very disappointing to see that the current city administration is spending money without a second thought, because it's taxpayers' money. That needs to stop. Here's my perspective on it. safe injection sites are a great idea. It would bring down the number of overdose death. That is a great idea, but at what cost? And what message it sending out? I believe when you open up safe injection sites, it sends out the message saying that it's okay to use drugs. It's okay to use drugs. It's sending out the message to children, that it is okay to use drugs and we will provide you with the facilities to use drugs. I believe that is the message the administration is sending out. And also the people that live in the neighborhood, the Chinese community, they are very worried for their safety. And nobody is addressing the issues associated with the safe injection sites that brings into the community. I believe instead of addressing the signs and symptoms, you should directly focus on removing or helping people to come out of drug addiction, to fight this addiction, or find the people that are responsible for making people addicts. We have to look into that. That being said, it is an initiative that is taken by the administration to bring down drug-related death, but at the same time, it gives out a conflicting message to the future generation as to what they should be doing with drugs, whether they should stay away from drugs or whether they should start using drugs because the government is providing them with facilities using taxpayer money to use drugs. My platform. I am not here to talk about fancy things. My platform is about people. Real people's real concern. I am telling you, that's what I stand for. I am not about building bigger buildings. I'm not about building LRT lanes through mature neighborhood. I'm not about making Edmonton the fanciest place in the world. My ultimatum is to make Edmonton a place where its taxpayers are appreciated and they are given value for the tax they pay the government. All I could say is that last election we had 620,000 eligible voters in Edmonton, and 270 or 80,000 came out to vote, and that is not a good turnout, because ultimately you are deciding your future. You are deciding how much money you will pay, because the administration that is in power is going to decide whether the property tax go up, whether they have to charge you for anything more extra, because we have seen new taxes coming out federal level and provincial level. So at least you should have a say in how municipal government operates, and the municipal government, instead of telling people, listen to the people. That's what I am about. I should listen to people if I am the mayor, instead of I telling them what they should be doing.